Hi, I'm Carrie Galvin, and this is my service learning project for East Carolina University's Master's in School Administration program. I'd like to welcome you to Belfork Elementary School, home of the Bulldogs. Belfork Elementary School is located in Jacksonville, North Carolina in Onslow County and services approximately 560 students in kindergarten through 5th grade. We are a diverse school with 78% minority enrollment. Belfork Elementary School is also a Title I school with 67% of the students receiving free or reduced price lunches. Belfork Elementary School has had 6 principals since opening in 1960. Dr. Williams has been the principal for the last 29 years. During that time, there have been 6 assistant principals. I have been fortunate to work with 2 of them, the current assistant principal, Mrs. Sandra Adams, who started in 2021, and the last assistant principal, Mrs. April Homer, who moved to a high school in Onslow County before going to work for the Department of Defense Education Authority. At Belfork Elementary School, we collaborate to make learning fun, as evidenced shortly in a TikTok video made by teachers, administration, office, and custodial staff at both Belfork Elementary School and Northwoods Park Elementary School. Now, and we're going to see if you can skip. Okay, we're ready.
The hip, hopper, you don't stop. Rock it out, baby, bubba to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat.
Nice.
Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and
like
my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. But
Earlier this year, after analyzing data and collaborating with Mrs. Bond and the school's administration, we decided that because Belfork is a low-performing school, the main purpose of the Service Leadership Project should be to promote student improvement and teacher development by utilizing peer observations and math strategies. The math strategies we went over during professional development were cubes and ridges. Cubes stands for circle the numbers, underline the question, box the keywords, write an equation, and solve the problem. Ridges stands for read the problem, identify what's needed, draw the picture, generate a statement, equation, and solve. We then took part in the teacher evaluation process by being peer observers. During these observations, we looked for 3 key indicators and used a teacher observation note page to guide us when looking at the rubric. After completing the peer observation, we looked at our notes pages to complete the rubric for evaluating North Carolina teachers. This was followed by a post-observation conference where Mrs. Bond and I were able to give both positive feedback and constructive criticism to both beginning teachers and teachers who are new to Onslow County schools. After the post-observation conference, all parties signed off on the evaluation. Some researcher language that supports utilizing peer observations to promote student improvement and teacher development include when teachers understand what specific pedagogical strategies contribute to effective learning, their students achieve more academically. Daniels, 2013. Therefore, peer observation when providing specific feedback on pedagogical practice helps students' achievement. Another example of researcher language supporting this SLP is the unique context of teaching means that teacher skills and knowledge are more important than nearly any other factor in predicting and determining students' academic success, and thus development of teacher practice is essential. Darling-Hammond, 2010. This means that the knowledge and skills of teachers determine and predict student success, meaning that constructive peer feedback that helps develop teacher practice is very important. Some examples of stakeholder language that are neutral or poor are, why don't I get paid to be a peer observer? Teachers get paid to be a mentor, and this is taking my time too. And I don't want to be observed again. Some of the more positive feedback regarding this SLP was, I'm so excited to observe Miss Pink. I have heard she is doing wonderful things in her classroom. And Mrs. Curtis said, thank you for the great feedback on my math lesson. I look forward to using the strategies we talked about. During this SLP, I got to collaborate with Mrs. Bond, the lead EC teacher, the instructional coach, Title I teacher, administration, several teachers and teacher assistants, as well as students. By utilizing peer observations to promote student improvement and teacher development, teachers who received feedback during the post-observation conferences are more ready to meet the needs of our diverse student population. Although quantitative data has not been collected yet, qualitative data leads us to believe that this SLP will have a positive impact on end-of-year math scores and help our learners to attain the growth they need.